AICF-AAI Chess Cup 2012 at AI Officers Institute in New Delhi, a category 18 Grandmaster tournament. After the end of the 7th round, Anton Korobov of Ukraine and Evgeny Alekseev of Russia in lead with 4 points apiece. A +1 score to these two. They are followed by Krishnan Sasikiran and Radoslav Wojtaszek from Poland on 3.5 each. And in the 6 players double round Robin tournament, some catching up to do for Parimarjan Negi and Abhijeet Gupta, who are sharing the 5th spot with 3 points apiece. Parimarjan Negi to take on Evgeny Alekseev here in this 8th round game. Just 2 more rounds to come after this in the 6 players double round Robin tournament. Alekseev playing with black here against Parimarjan Negi. Pretty tough going for all the participants. As we see, there are no clear favorites at this stage. Although Korobov and Alekseev are in front, a day can change a lot of things. A bad day in office, for example. Here in Korobov went for the Berlin defense against Negi, to which Negi opted for a symmetrical setup, keeping a lot of pieces on board instead of going for the tried and tested endgame. By far a lot of good results for black recently. The Berlin defense was obviously popularized by Vladimir Kramnik in his match against Garry Kasparov. Parimarjan Negi played out a draw, although he was slightly better for most of the game. Anton Korobov ran into some kind of problems against Krishnan Sasikiran out of an Imzo-Indian defense playing white. He wasn't clearly happy in the post-game chat when asked about the outcome of the game. It was a justified draw in the end, as Korobov was able to find some defense, but Sasikiran also felt that he stood better, although couldn't really find a clear path to advantage. Black's position looked menacing at most of the time in the middle game. It wasn't clear, although that what Korobov had in mind when he went for this typical setup. Once black was able to push the pawn to e4, a lot of problems for white to sort. He did, in the end, everything was sorted out pretty well by Korobov though. He reached 2 rooks versus queen endgame, where Sasikiran decided not to press after. A Grunfeld defense in Wojtaszek versus Gupta game. And in this position, Gupta came up with this fantastic novelty. C5. E5 is the move played by Peter Swidler in one of the earlier games. Gupta went for C5 here, sacrificing 2 pawns in the opening to reach a kind of balanced endgame, where you didn't really have to worry about anything. It's just that black had enough activity despite being a pawn less in the ending. And as the game progressed, Gupta felt that he was even maybe slightly better. But Wojtaszek neutralized black's initiative in a pretty quick time to reach a drawn rook and pawn. So 3 draws. This has happened after the first round. First round had 3 draws, and now in the 8th round again we have 3 draws. So it changes nothing basically. The tournament positions remain intact, and Korobov Alekseev still in front with 2 rounds to come in the AICF-AAI Chess Cup. Yeah, Shashi, very kind of a very difficult game today against Korobov. You stood better for most of the time, but we're not coming through.
Yeah, I thought Rook 8, maybe now after we analyzed, we probably looked, maybe Queen D7 was much stronger, and somehow he has problems here. And this was probably the key line. I mean, after the opening, I thought, okay, I mean, maybe some routine moves, and then I'm already having this Rook D5, Rook G5, and strong attacks already coming up. So perhaps it was not so easy for him to find this idea. Maybe he should probably take on C6 first, but I'm not sure White is really playing for some advantage here. Yeah, Queen D7. I mean, the moment when he changed the bishop for my knight, I think it's already not so easy. Maybe I should have played even knight f8 and then to go knight g6 and knight h4 to create some chances. I mean, by winning this pawn on c5, then I lost too much time, and then his knight came back to defense. Yeah.
The tournament situation changed. I mean, nothing changes really. So.
Okay, we still have two rounds to go, and still I'm hoping to play some good chess. Yeah.
Vijit, an easy draw as black against the top seed. You seem to be catching up now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was I got a pleasant position like after the opening, and I managed to, play a novelty which I prepared long back, and after that I had very good position, but somehow afterwards I think I started to make some mistakes, and I had an impression that I was better somewhere, but okay, I have to check now.
The tournament situation, we see that all the 3 games drawn today, so not much changes, and with 2 rounds to come, what is your presumption?
Well, let's see. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm hopeful to have a good finish.
The matter is that in this tournament, chess is a kind of enigma for me. Today I did all the logical moves, moreover I analyzed the position and knew all of them, and found myself in trouble. I had to defend the whole game. I was worse, I don't know the scale, maybe much worse, maybe just plus minus under. It's not hopeless, but I had to find moves and not to be checkmated on the moves 20 with white. Something unclear for me.
And the tournament, luckily, I mean, nothing has changed. All the 3 games ending in draws. You're still in front. So, what do you expect in the next 2 rounds?
I expect the tournament to be over after today, so that is the main point, just to survive. Today, the last game of mine with white, so maybe it's time not to defend, but check, just to invent something in the open. So the future will tell us.